So I said this before, just to all students, like just be very, very mindful about going along here at the moment. It's a huge gap up. So the Dow's up 500 points, Nasdaq's up 460, but it's just such a huge gap on the cash. It's done a lot of price. I think this is really strong, but we need to have a pullback first. So this is really good for the Nasdaq and the S&P. Oh, gee. Well, there you go. Sometimes you just got to ignore where it is, don't you? Dow and Russell. Simple those. Okay, this is good. Well, if you took the Dow, you would have been stopped out pretty quick. That came down pretty significantly. Russell's pretty good. Probably would have been stopped out there too. So there would have been two small wins on the Russell and the Dow. It is so messy here. Oh, I really want to go long, but it doesn't meet that. S&P 30 has come back. So it's a no. No, I just can't take that. Oh, thank God I didn't take that. S&P. Yeah, it's just very tempting at the moment because you feel like you've missed out on some stuff, and so nearly took the S&P then, but didn't meet the rules, and that's why it's dropped. So this is crazy strong though. This is gapped up so much and it's still holding. So would have loved love a pullback. Shit. Thanks, Basil. I'm obviously not all with it. should be a little bit different now. Okay, let's see if this 1 minute bar, if it can come down to 50% and then bounce. If it can come down to 50% and then bounce, has to hold the 50% though. But this is so overboard at the moment. It's like 490 points up. These are all really crappy moves at the moment. They're so tempting, but it's just very volatile. Trend is up. It needs to just stay in this range for a little bit, I think. It's done such a big gap up on the open. Just love a quick move down. It's definitely holding. Yeah, the problem, Vasil, is the big kink in momentum. So, but I think you're right. I think we're waiting for that, and that's why I was hoping we get a little bit of a pullback beforehand, because then we can bounce. And it's a pretty safe trade with the trend then. It's just not first bar pullback. It's not. That is not trend time bar, Cam. Broke through there. And it works. Of course it does. Tell you what I won't be doing, and that's going short. There's just absolutely no way. We should get a drop, but if it does drop, it looks like it's going to be quite volatile. It's not going to be clean. God, this wants to go again. Wow. Boy, oh boy, this is strong. Okay, 30-second came down then, so. Yeah, well, this is what happens when it holds. It's just held, so it's just going to drift. We're going to have to wait. The next level of resistance is here. Yeah, we'll probably go up to that. Yeah, we're not far away from there. That's strong throughout there. Yeah, well, that level is here now, really. So this should be it. We should be fairly close to finding resistance here. That's it there. So you've got a huge gap through it. Like, that's just a really significant gap. So you'd think if it did come back down, it should find maybe some resistance here and then come back down to the open. But yeah, I just don't see how it's a big gap up. Huge gap on the 4 hour. Yep, Cam is very quiet because I'm at work. There's no talking. This is not about entertainment. It's not about talking. It's about trading, and there's not much trading we can do at the moment. And this is what's tough, is you just got to sit here and wait for this to pull back. We can't go long here. If we go long here, we're right near a significant high. We're risking that we're well into, so it's done a lot of price, used a lot of fuel. Okay. Come on. Pull back. I'm not asking it to pull back so I can go short, I can tell you that. I think this is crazy strong. We've got short-term momentum coming up at the moment. What is going on there? The data stopped. Okay, so this is good. We need this pullback. Just got this level down here. If we can come down to there, we should get a bounce off that level. Don't go yet, too early. So we've got 32 seconds to go on the 5-minute close. Absolutely not going short on that. Okay, that just got sold into. Okay, 4. Strong 5-minute close. If we can just come down to that low. Come on, don't come yet. Yeah. Well, this is why you have rules. It's not above purple, so come back down and test that low again. I've moved my microphone closer and I've turned my volume up, but I'm just speaking low tonight. It's mainly just me. I can try and speak louder, but probably not going to happen tonight. Okay, I just got to remind myself not to do anything dumb here. At the moment, my rules say I'm looking at very short time frame charts, and my short time frame charts saying right now, in the very, very short term, the trend is down. Just very short term. I don't know, Vasil. I've got I don't think there's any settings in YouTube for volume. I think I'm just quieter tonight, to be honest. I'm not really talking loudly. Normally I'm quite loud. I think I'm a lot quieter tonight. So, but as you can see, I've got the microphone pretty much right near me. But if that was the case, then why would it be different? Like if it's different then, because I haven't changed any settings on OBS. That's the only thing. I can have a look at it. I'll have a look at the settings, see if there's something to do with volume. Yeah, there's nothing that I can see on OBS about. Again, I'm not an OBS expert, so not really my thing, but This is going to work, isn't it? That hurts. Crazy volatile. I see your hesitational rooting for you. I think you are missing a lot of trades you wish you took. You tell me. Actually, don't wish I had taken anything. There's nothing there. You tell me where. Please, I would love to see where in here there's a trade. I did miss two. I did miss this one on the open. Sorry, not that one. I was concentrating on the Nasdaq and where am I? Am I in a different world? Am I going nuts? There was definitely one on the Russell. 0030. Oh, it doesn't even look like it. That's why. That was a trade there on my short-term chart. Over the past 10 days, of course, there's been plenty of trades over the past 10 days. Is it frustrating? Yep. But Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been, I mean, this is tonight's crap, but there's definitely been trades over the past 10 days. I actually was just about to take, very close to taking this. And it's just not, you're taking a trade because you want it. So I thought about that. I just thought about the Dow before on this. If you want to know my strategy, just go to the, see, even this now. But we're so far into the move. But without a doubt, have I missed a lot of trades? Yep, I have. And it's been really open and honest. It's very, very difficult trading under these circumstances because it's not only it's not a normal account, it's a prop account, which means you've got drawdown. So that's got in my head a little bit. I'm live. I've got students. I'm live on YouTube. I'm being extremely transparent, which is a lot of pressure. You're scared to have a loss because you feel stupid if you have a loss. So no, I'm not overcomplicating props. It's just probably more ego and all that sort of stuff. Tonight's a tough one because we're so far into the move, and it's like there's been a couple of trades that I've looked at. Yeah, tonight's tough. I'm just looking at it now going, I cannot see trend time bar anywhere in here. Ironically, probably just about a minute and a half ago. Incredibly volatile though. But we'll get there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not giving up. I'll just keep going. And we'll get there eventually. As I said, guys, I've said this a lot, but I'll say it again. My voice is very quiet tonight. I am quiet. I've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. There's a lot of pressure. I'm just shutting the fuck up and I'm just watching the charts. I'm not entertaining. I'm not yelling. I'm literally just watching the charts and I'm speaking very, very quietly. So I'm sorry. It's not entertaining. It's not loud. I've got the microphone as close to me as possible. So I think there's people on YouTube that don't know about obviously stuff that's going on, but I live in Dubai, and the building that I live in is owned by a company called Sonda, and Sonda have just gone bankrupt. So they're giving people notice to try and kick everyone out. And I'm on a day-by-day basis at the moment, not knowing where I'm going to live. And live in this apartment. I've bought furniture, curtains, everything. And I moved to Dubai from Australia, and I have everything with me, and everything's just sort of changed in the past week. So I'm dealing with not knowing where I'm going to live and not knowing whether I'm going back to Australia or staying here whilst trying to do this prop challenge. And I think this challenge is it's enough pressure as it is to just turn 2.5 into $1 million. And I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. I don't care. I know I can do it, and I know I'm going to do it. It's going to take a little bit of time to do. And I've got to get this process rolling whilst having all these pressures. I've had a cold for 2 weeks. I went to the doctor's today. I'm deaf in this ear at the moment. I can't hear out of this ear. And you just got to laugh. It's funny. I've had probably the toughest circumstances to try and do this challenge. And I think a lot of people would say, oh, okay, guys, do you know what? I'm sick. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know where I'm going to live. I'm going to put this challenge on hold, and I'm going to do it another time. And I'm just not going to do that. I want you to see that this is raw life bullshit. And you have days where you're happy, you have days where you're sad, you have days where you're fucking angry. And that's me today. I'm fucking angry. And I'm just trying to control my emotions and be quiet. The Dow's, the Nasdaq's up 500 points. And you're like, you fucking piece of shit. Where is there a chance for me to take a trade here? I missed two really simple trades on the open, on the Russell and the Dow, because I was looking at the S&P and the Nasdaq. And, this is life. You've got to control your emotions. You've got to control the outside world and say, okay, well, the outside world's testing me. And I know in 2-3 months' time, I'll look back on this and go, wow, gee, that was a really stressful time. But I got through it. It's not the end of the world. There's worse things that can happen in life than trying to push a button. And I'm very lucky that I'm very financially well off, so if I want to get on a plane and fly back to Australia, I can. If I want to get another apartment here, I can. It's just uncomfortable. Just got out of gold long. Gold, Jesus. And by the way, I have a fucking splitting headache today too. So if that doesn't add to things. Okay, Basil, okay. Can't really see anything there. I can see the probably from the low, a little small higher low. So good, well done. Cam, just an opinion, why not do a micro scalp each day just to get the credit for the day on Apex? What do you mean by that, Delvin? Look, I'm trading one micro at the moment anyway. Why would I just do a micro scalp? As in guess, just guess. So take a trade that doesn't meet my rules. What would be the benefit of that? I don't know, what do you mean by the credit for the day on Apex, as in trading for the day? One of the things that I've explained to people, but I'll explain this again. I, at the moment, for the first couple of months, do not care about payouts. I do not care about getting paid out. I want to build the account to at least $100,000 in profit. And then once I do that, I'll just go mental. And there were 3 trades. There was a trade yesterday that did 300,000. There were 3 trades last week that did $300,000 each on all of them. Yeah, but what if you open and close for $1? I understand, but what does that mean? So you have the days already. Yeah, sorry, Dalvin, I have no idea. When you say you have the days already, what does that mean? So what's the benefit of doing that? So there we go. Okay, excellent, thank you. Okay. I'm not trading evals, Dalvin. This is a full account. So this is a fully funded account. But there's no need, you need to trade 8 days for a payout. I'm not going for payouts at the moment. I am doing this completely different to everybody else in the industry. Everybody else in the industry tries to make money so you get a payout. Okay, so you get to, at the moment my account is at 50,010, right? So I think you need to get to 52,600, I think it is, to get maybe 53,000 to get a payout. What is the point of getting a payout of $400 or something? I'm not here to get payouts. I'm here to turn $2,500, which is the cost of these accounts, into $1 million. My payout that I'm looking for, Dalvin, is $1 million. Actually, my payout that I'm looking for is $3 million. So I'm not doing what everybody else does. I don't care about payouts. I don't care about the consistency rule. I don't care about the number of trading days at the moment. I will sort that all out in the future. What I'll do is I'll build the account, get it to $1 million, and then do exactly what you said, Delvin, exactly that. Do a scalp each day for something. Yep, so if I have 3 days that makes $333,000 each day, that means I will make $1 million, but I will not get a payout. That's 100% right, Delvin. But I would not get a payout because I would not meet the consistency rule. So then what I'd have to do, I'm obviously way ahead here. I'm talking this and I know all this, as I said. And if I get to $1 million, that means that the consistency rule means that I can't make any more than $300,000 on a trade. That's easy. So then you just trade normally, and you trade normally, and you trade normally, and you might do a micro scalp on a day that's quiet to just get some sort of $1. I think the minimum is $50. I think it might be $50. Yeah, thank you, Carolyn. Yeah. So you got to make, if you're going to do a trading day, you have to make $50. So I could take a trade with 1 contract or 5 contracts. When I'm $1 million in profit, I'll take 1 trade with 5 contracts and make 0.25. Easy. Make a couple $100. And you just do that for 2 weeks, then I get a payout. Now, you need to do 4 payouts first, and the maximum I think is $2,000 per account. So I would need to do that 4 times. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks. That 8 weeks. You do that for 8 weeks. That's 2 months, and then after 10 weeks, I go for the full 3 million payout. So look, we're in November. Last week, there were 3 trades that did exactly what you just said. There were 3 trades that did $330,000 each. So I'm just going to sit back, wait. Dow's enticing me right now. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? It should. Very small though. Look at that, comes back down. We're just so overboard at the moment, but I think, you know, as I said with everyone, but you can have 3 that are flip days. What is a flip? A loss? Is that a losing day? What is a flip day? Look, and look at this. Look, this is, at the end of the day, I don't care about the money. Like, I want to make the $1 million. $1 million is a lot of money. Great. You can have 3 that are flip days. Yeah. Look, I'm just going to do this differently to everybody else. I'm not doing gambling. I'm not doing flip days. I'm not going to do scalps. I'm going to trade professionally and properly, and I'm going to build the account to $1 million, and then I'm going to build it to $3 million, and it's going to take me 3 or 4 months, and I'll get the largest payout in history, and everyone will look back and go, oh, how did he do it? And I will be able to say, I did it professionally. I did it by trading with the trend. I did it by trading after a pullback, and I didn't compromise on my rules, and I didn't do any of the bullshit that's out there at the moment. Open and close a trade in 1 second. Okay, cool, excellent. That's called a flip. Okay. I wonder if it's called a flip if you have a bracket order. So if you take a trade and you have a bracket order and it takes you out in 2 seconds, is that considered a flip? Or is it considered a flip if you get in and press close? That's an interesting one. Because sometimes you'll take a trade and, you know, your profit target is hit in a couple of seconds. Like an example is, look at this here. Okay, here's a trade on the Dow, right? So you enter a trade on the Dow here, and you say, okay, I'm going to take a profit target of 50% of the bar. You're taken out within 10 seconds. So, but anyway, that's okay. As I said, I'm happy to answer questions. What I'm doing, what is it, KVRL? I think what I'm doing is very different to everybody else. So I'm going to get questions about this. A lot of people are going to say, why don't you do it this way? If it's over $50, it's not a flip. Awesome. Well, then I won't be flipping. A flip is more of a quick scalp. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be professional, and I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to do any giveaways. There's no giveaways, no competitions. I'm not going to talk about my personal life. I'm not going to entertain you and spin shit for 3 or 4 hours about politics and crap and everything else that's going on in the world. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do my fucking job, and I'm going to sit here and watch and look for what is the trend. I'm going to look for a pullback, and I'll enter after the pullback. If it's not doing what I need it to do as part of being a professional trader, then I'm not going to do anything. If I go days where there's no trades, I don't care. What matters is in 3 months' time or 4 months' time, people will look back on this and they will say, okay, cool, you did it, but how did you do it? I know that there are certain people that have got very significant payouts with prop firms, and they have been this far away from blowing their account before it reversed and went into profit. So they're not good traders. Did they make a lot of money? Yes, they did, and good on them. But you'll note that a lot of these people that have made money have not replicated it. So I'm not going to just make $3 million. I'm going to make $3 million and another $3 million and another $3 million. My goal at the moment is to make $3 million with Apex. Then the next $3 million will probably be on my personal account and some other prop firms. I will probably look at getting 3 or 4 other prop firms together so I can have 20 accounts with them. With Apex, I can have 20 accounts. Then I'll get other prop firms and do the same thing over. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Trend time bar, trend time bar, trend time bar. No, I will not. You'll blow some accounts. It's normal. It's not. I think this is the problem, is that we're normalizing that if you blow an account, you must have, like, I don't know, maybe poor money management, or you're trading too many contracts. Like, someone like me should not blow accounts. Professional traders should not blow accounts. I saw something today. I actually saved it too. And it's like a badge of honor. Someone said they blew their account 3 times. He said 3 to 4 times is rookie numbers. Try 40 pages in the billing section. How is that? How is that awesome? Take profit trader. What does that mean? Sorry. Why does take profit trader matter? Why should any prop firm matter? Like, why should you blow an account with any prop firm? If you've got, like, Apex has the hardest rules out of anybody, right? So I blew one account, and I blew that account because I did something silly. I was trading 1 contract and I went to 5 contracts and took a stupid trade, and then it actually some other stuff happened where it froze and blah, blah, blah. But was trading too many contracts, made a stupid decision. I think the problem with the prop firm industry is that it's been normalized to gamble. It's been normalized to be aggressive. And I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to treat this like a normal account. If I don't get payouts, fine. If I don't meet the consistency rule, fine. If I don't meet the number of trading days, fine. My strategy is a stop loss of hitting the bar. That's exactly right. So if I get into a trade, like this one here on the Dow, my stop loss, the maximum my risk, is there. That's the maximum I'm going to risk. Next bar, great, well in profit. I never let a profit turn into a loss. Next bar again. My losses are always small. So there's no reason for blowing an account. Yeah, actually, I've heard that, and that's why I'm definitely going to look at them, Darwin. I've already looked at them. They have uncapped payouts. But the reason why they have uncapped payouts, Dalvin, is because they go to a live account. So someone the other day did 400,000, 300,000. I think they made $1 million in 14 days. And it's awesome, like absolutely brilliant. Anyone that can make $1 million in 14 days is a freaking legend. So, yeah. Also took you 80 evals to get funded, so you've blown a few. No, I haven't. I've blown one. So I signed up the first ones. I got 20 accounts, and I signed up with those, and they were Rhythmic accounts, and Rhythmic didn't work. Rhythmic, it wouldn't work with the copy trader, so I just cancelled those accounts. I didn't blow it. I didn't blow those accounts. I cancelled them, and then I got 20 Tradeovate accounts, and I blew 20 Tradeovate accounts. Yep, all 20, because I was trading them all together. And that's it. So I've only blown 20 evals. And I did that because I did poor money management and poor position sizing. And I did it once. It was just a bad day. Won't do that again. Next 20, I passed. So technically, I've only blown 20 evals. Okay. Well, that guy got I think they're capped on the sim, on pro, on the live, which is what this guy did. They're uncapped. Yep, exactly what you said, so. Cool. Oh, what a day. But there's lots of funded accounts out there now, so I'll definitely take advantage of them. I'm just not going to overcomplicate things at the moment. I want to do this with Apex for the first month. Yeah, well, I don't know. As I said, I've done. No, I didn't think you were at all, Dalvin. Everyone's right. Whenever people write, it doesn't come across as. Nothing looks good when people write. This is why communicating via text is such a bad idea. A year ago, I offered you a challenge from 1 micro to 1 million, but it was a joke. You refused. I didn't refuse. I think it's just now the circumstances, like it wouldn't have served it didn't serve my purpose. Now this serves my purpose. I've traded 100 E-mini before. Why is Apex better? It's not that it's better. It's just, look, I think that this is just a great opportunity because I was trading live in front of students and struggling a little bit with proper full contracts. And then I just thought, oh wow, okay, you can really limit your losses with trading a funded account. So if I trade 100 contracts today, the maximum I can lose is $2,500. So I just thought, okay, this is interesting. And then I also thought that, there are so many, this is where everything's going at the moment. Like a lot of students were talking about it. So there's a lot of people that are talking about it. So I thought, okay, well, I have a mindset of live accounts. A lot of people are trading prop accounts and they were asking me advice and I knew nothing about it. So, and then I had Apex contact me and they sort of said that they wanted me to do some stuff with them. So they want me to educate for them and do some teaching. And I thought, well, okay, well, in order to do that, I need to get good at trading a prop account. I need to know what it is, and that's what it is. Then I also saw that Patrick is someone that I look up to, and as part of doing all this, they said that if I want to go on Patrick's show, they'll put me on there. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a huge thing that I'd love to do, but I need to be successful at this first. I need to put some runs on the board and make $1 million. And, he's sort of been an idol of mine, someone that I've looked up to. And I'm like, that'd be a great thing to do. And then, I heard recently that Patrick makes $10 million a year in affiliate fees. So why not make $10 million a year extra in affiliate fees? It's just it's a good financial decision. And then it also pushes me out of my comfort zone to do something that I don't think, like I haven't seen anyone really do on YouTube. I've seen people trade live on YouTube, but I don't think I've seen them put their account details up like this. I just saw a guy today, actually, that I just followed on Instagram. What's his name? Is it Marine Trader? Marine X Lambo. He looks awesome. Like, he's doing incredibly well. He trades live as well, but I think he trades live to his Discord group or something. So good on him. I mean, he'll be really good. He's a Marine. So I know there's just a lot of inspiration out there. There's a lot of people that are doing it, and I want to do it. And I know my strategy works. I know I've made $3 million before, so I know how to make money. I don't know who he is, Delvin, so he's obviously very, very loud, is he? Very loud. And I mean, that's fine. Everyone has their own thing. Just because he's different to me doesn't mean that it's right or it's wrong. I'm just here to trade. I'm just here to, like, this is not me doing a live stream. This is me trading, and you get to watch. It's very different. You know, I am not like, I think you should stop promoting code CAM until you get a payout. Why? That's retarded. Why would I stop promoting getting money? I've been a trader for 31 years. I don't need to prove that I can trade. No, they don't. They don't show account details. That's absolute rubbish. The only other person that I've seen doing what I'm doing now is Nutty Bar. Most people put their account balance on the screen. Yeah, Patrick doesn't show his account details. He shows an account balance. He's got multiple different accounts. Tell me someone that every single day has their account details up, and at the end of the day does a recap of everything that they've done with the same account numbers showing. That's the difference. Patrick shows his accounts, definitely, but he's got multiple accounts. We don't, you know. He is a good trader, so, I mean. But there's another guy called Danny's Trades, and he does the same shit. They show an account balance on the screen. It doesn't mean anything. Matt Trades with Matt shows an account balance on the screen. We don't have any account numbers. Could be a different account number every day. Alpine Trader. Why have I heard of that? Is that the scalper? Alpine Trader. Alpine Trader. No, he doesn't. You can't see the account numbers. You can't see the account numbers. Okay. Look, guys, I'm not going to get into this, seriously. He doesn't show everything. I've got it up on the screen now. You can't see the account numbers. All you see is PA Apex. Do I need to, like, retarded? No wonder why Patrick yells at people. I can see why Patrick yells. It's like fucking retarded. Again, not hating on this guy. I'm sure this guy is great. Don't want to get into, yeah, I'm not even going to show it. I'm not going to get into a habit of showing bullshit. Yeah, Danny's Trades is not even worth talking about. But anyways, I don't really care about anybody else. I care about myself. So, and this is why YouTube, this is why this thing is just, you know, you can talk about bullshit for days. Market's open, okay? It's time to fucking work. There's no time for bullshit. There's no time for talking about, I don't care what Jesus Christ is fucking doing today. Okay? All I care about is, where's my trade? Like, this is literally like flying the space shuttle, and you don't have time to talk about bullshit. Anyway, we are an hour and a half in. We've done a lot of price. We've gapped up. Problem when you gap up is you then need a period of really time catching up. Why does that look like that? Because it's a 30-second, that's why. So this is where we are. Okay, we've done, look, it's just completely volatile at the moment. Go to a 15-minute. We need to come back down. So we said this with the 4, you can see this is my trend indicator. It's straight down. We're a distance away from that trend indicator at the moment. So we've come up to this high. Didn't even really get to it, just got before it. But maybe we'll come down to this level here, do a couple of bars and then get a bounce off. If we can get that, but it's not great right now. And again, most important part of an uptrend is the low, and this low has broken this low and this low. So we're still in a downtrend. You've got a high here, you've got a lower high. This is a high. We haven't really broken that. That could be a double top now, coming back down. A lot of circles there, too complicated. High, lower high, lower high. It's now the same high. It's broken it a little bit, but now it's found resistance at that level. So now we've got this low here, we've got this high here. We've possibly got an area of 50% throughout there. So we'd be wanting to see a pullback stronger than that 50%. And that's it. That's all I'm looking for. That's all that matters. Like, there's lots of other YouTubers, and I think anyone who does YouTube and trades live, I have a huge amount of respect for, because it's fucking hard. It is really tough doing it in front of people. And I've got 40 people watching. These guys have got, Patrick's got 5,500 people watching. I mean, I know Tanya has 2.5. Matt's got 1,000. There's other people, all these people have got, you know, people watching. Pretty amazing to do it live in front of people, so. Okay, let's go back to normal programming. Yeah, well, I mean, Sasha, the whole point of this is if I make $5 million a year through referrals and stuff and whatever that's, then I'll be making $15 million a year through trading. Like, I'm not going to be, I know there's some people, we won't mention names, but you're exactly right. There are some very well-known people that are doing a lot of money through referrals. But my love is trading. I don't want to be a YouTube specialist. I don't want to be a content creator. And soon I might not be able to trade funded accounts anyway. Like, once I get this payout, once I get to this goal, I don't think prop firms are going to want to touch me. So I'll just trade on my live account. Interesting. Well, at least I was right before about saying we were right near that high and we had to come down. So, but being right doesn't really matter. Making money does. At the end of the day, isn't it? Well, that's the problem, Basil. So what do we wait for in such situations? Well, at the moment, this is where we have a bit of a problem. In that, the number one thing that I want to do is trade with the trend. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. So we need to go to, whatever time frame we're going to. Let's just say we'll go to the 5-minute chart. And we'll say, okay, so I'm going to trade with the trend here. So my rule is it has to be above or below purple. So great, we're below purple. So I can only go short throughout here. The problem we have now is that for me to go short here, I need it to be after a pullback. So this whole area here is using fuel, is a price phase. Why are you not letting me? Anyway, this whole area here is what's called a price phase. So we're now near a significant low. So I'm looking for it to pull back and then possibly come back down. Now, in order to do that, you can see where we are right now. This is where we are. That's where we'd need to be. We're several hours away from that. Now we've actually just broken this low. So I would expect that we're going to get a turnaround very soon. We've done a lot of price throughout here based on this 5. If you're going to do your $1 scalp, this is where it is, isn't it? Really, but it's just so downtrending. So yeah, Basil, this is the problem, is that, once the market's open, most of the stuff is done in the first hour. I mean, we go for a couple of hours, we go for extra time, but it can be, like you said, sluggish. It can be a really rough period at the moment because we're like, okay, well, that's the trade on the open there, possibly. Now we don't know who's in control here. It's very volatile. You've had this move throughout here, so we now know the downside is in control. We're right near this low. It's trying to find some support. So we'll have to watch the bars now. And the bars are still strong on the downside. Even on the 30-second, look at this. This is just trending all the way down. But yeah, this kind of sucks, doesn't it? I still think we're coming up to the point now where we should get a turnaround. Especially we're right near a significant high on the cash right now. Know that feeling, Caroline? I'm in exactly the same position. And the problem is that the opportunity that's going to come up in about the next couple of minutes is probably going long. And it is a very, very risky trade because you're going along against the trend. Cash trend is up. You can see on the cash that the trend is really clearly up. You know, long-term momentum is straight up. Yeah, well, it might even go further now. It might just keep going. Look at that. Now it's accelerating through that level. And this is why the bars tell you everything. So just have to watch the bars at this level. My God, I have a crazy headache. Wow, it's still going. This is very interesting. There is some panic now. But, I mean, you could clearly see I mean, look at the angle that it ran up here. Strong angle, just much slower. Slower angle. Just impossible to go short on it, that's all. This is going to just get sold into. Any sort of pullback, this is such a significant move down. I think going long here is just Go watch the video on my channel, Ignosti. There's a video that I just put up the other day that explains everything that I use. And plus, it's a simple moving average, and moving averages are just irrelevant. I barely use moving averages. Just look at the price, look at the bars. That is the most important thing. Ngosti, have you got a spare 10 minutes? Go and watch my video. It's 10 minutes long. You won't need to ask questions. If you're going long here, the trend is down. Go watch the video, because otherwise you'll be asking questions for 10 minutes, and I'll just say, go watch the video. Daddy's at work. I'm working. We're watching. Trend is down. We're not going long. Or I can put it on the screen and we can all watch it together. For fuck's sake. So we should get a move up here. It's just done a lot of price on the downside. There's no way in the world I'm going long. It's just absolutely, yeah. I think probably in about, if we do get a move up, probably in about 2 hours. I think definitely towards the close there might be something. Whoa, Bitcoin, look at that. Hello, Bitcoin. Get on, 88. It's a bargain. 88.4. Get on, kids, generational wealth. Yeah, well, 88 is a very big psychological number. Awesome, Ngosti, go long. Have some fun. Why not? I love shoving knives into my eyes. So I think it's a great time to get long. Yep, long, $1 million. Just do it. Brilliant. Bang. Let's just go long, 5 full contracts. Just, be in it to win it. Go for it. It should go up. This should definitely go up from here. It's very oversold, but it's against the trend. Where are we long? Let's say we're long. Let's do this. Let's do hypothetical. Okay, long here. Beautiful. Green bar. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, my God. The market is so tough. Oh, my God. The market is so volatile. Oh. Bro. Liquidity level got swept and I got taken out and oh no, blah, 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 blah. Universe couldn't have done that at a better time, could it? Like really, seriously? Still long in Gosti? Or are you busy watching the video? Go. Very quiet. Very quiet. Oh, I hate being right. I lost. You lost. I lost. No. Go watch the damn video. Maybe you'll learn that trading against the trend is just not worth it. Good swept. I have no idea what you mean. Anyways, that's 2 hours for YouTube. I think we're not going to get anything for a little while. It's been entertaining, guys. Oh, Bella, Jesus. Coming in right at the end as I'm about to leave after this wonderful evening. It has been interesting. You missed all the good stuff earlier, Bella. The interesting chat. It's been an interesting chat night tonight, guys. Very interesting. Anyway, Bitcoin's in the shit. So, bye. Hello, 78. Could be a little bit of panic here. You could get a really big sell-off down to there. There's some panic now. Now that it's broken that 90 level as well. I remember that idiot the other day that's saying at 97 to hold on. What an idiot. My voice is, I was actually very quiet earlier on, Bella, but my voice is back. I'm about 90% there. I'm actually deaf in this ear at the moment still, but I'm getting closer to being better. And Ghosty, seriously, dude, you need help. You need help. Stop it. If you are seriously, you've just lost. Learn. Fucking learn, okay? If you're gonna go against the trend here, trend is down. It's down. If you want to gamble and do stupid things and try and pick the bottom, then you're on the wrong channel, dude. Plenty of other channels that can do that. We're not going to do that here. I don't want to waste your time. So, I do not trade against the trend. And this is why. People are going long right now and they're getting absolutely smashed. People bought Bitcoin because they thought it was cheap. Oh, VWAP. VWAP, V shit, V blah, blah, blah. Did VWAP save you then? How did VWAP save you then? You need to stop. You need to stop watching all this other shit that's out there. Faisal. You need to stop watching all these other influencers that trade like shit and use bullshit indicators. Look at the price on this chart. It is in a downtrend. Like, look at this. Go to a 4-hour chart. Let's do absolutely basic technical analysis. Okay? That is a high. That is a lower high. This is a lower high. It is in a downtrend. Lows are being broken. Lows are being broken. The buyers are not raising their prices. Very simple. Down is in control and you want to buy. I tell you what, I'll do a PayPal account and you can just send me the money. Just send me the money. Much easier. Thanks. Here to help. I know no one will listen. But please, go watch my video and stop trading against the trend. I know you won't because it's more exciting, but it's just not worth it. Like this is in free fall now. Look at this. Absolute free fall. And they suck some people in to go long here. And the scary thing is, the really, really sad thing is that people went long here and they're still holding on. There will be people today that are absolute. I've seen it in the chat in some other things too. People are blowing accounts today. And you're blowing accounts because your ego gets in the way. So. Okay. I'm going to go stick some knives in my eyes, live a little, have some excitement. Thanks for the chat tonight, guys. Lots going on, lots of chat. This is a very difficult night to trade. And I think that, as I said, in a couple of hours we might get something, but this is in free fall at the moment. Absolute free fall. And technically, we should have found support already, and we haven't. So this is a huge downturn. We've gone from being 500 points up to 70 points up on the Nasdaq, and it's still dropping. Where is it going to find support? Where is it going to stop? Should have stopped here. It hasn't. Could stop here. Ugh. You know, I mean, we can joke and fun and games, but this isn't fun and games. This is a professional job where you need to have your shit together. You can't afford to guess. You can't pick the top. You can't pick the bottom. Stop listening to social media and all this rubbish from people that say, I picked the top and I did this and I did. No, they didn't. They're manipulating you and just doing, content to make it look like they're doing well. The best way to have any success with trading is just to trade with the trend. Trade with who's in control. Okay? These little moves right now where we get a little bit of a move up, this is rubbish. Look who is actually winning on this chart. Who is winning? And you want to take that. You just... This is a train. It's a moving train, and you're standing in front of it. Oh, hello. I'm going to stop this train with my positivity. Let's do, this is the train. All right, we'll do the wheels. Okay, and you're standing in front of the train going, oh, what does the VWAP say? The VWAP says you're going to blow your account. That's what it says. Positivity. I am best for loser. Well, that sort of language is not going to get you anywhere. That's not what we're about. There's no point calling yourself a loser if you know that you're trading against the trend. That's not being a loser, it's being undisciplined. And it's gambling. So you're not a loser. I mean, that's just crazy talk. But you knowingly were looking for a long. And that means that you've got some previous baggage, you've got some bad education, you've got some bad people that you're watching. And I can tell you, it's really entertaining when people are taking trades against the trend. Very entertaining. And that's how you know it's rubbish, because trading is not entertaining. I want you to come here and go, Cam's feed is boring. And then I know I'm doing a good job. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for liking. We see we got the likes up, which is good. Appreciate all your support. When will the train turn direction? It'll go doo-doo, doo-doo. It'll tell you. Go watch my video. There is a video that says what to look for. Go spend 10 minutes now watching that video. It literally says, look for this. This is when the train will change direction. It's not hard, but you have to go watch the video, and it's free. And I'm not asking for any money off you. I'm not asking you to do anything. It's free. But I'm asking you to take this job seriously. You must take this job seriously. If you're trading against the trend and standing in front of trains, you're going to get hit by a train and you are going to die. And that is not fun. Okay, gotta go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for liking and subscribing. We will be here tomorrow. We might get a trade in the next couple of hours anyway. I am expecting eventually a move back up, and then I'll be getting ready for a short. So here we go. So that, Ignosti, how many times do I have to go say, go watch the fucking video? Stop talking, go watch the video. Jesus. Okay. Angry Barry world. Okay, I'm gonna go do some drugs. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Be careful. As I said, this is in a really strong downtrend, and this is really good. This is great, because I just didn't want it to drift up. Now that we've got this volatility, we could get some real nice moves over the next couple of days. So I'm excited for it. We might get something in the next couple of hours. I'm fully recording everything. If I do anything, it'll be in the catch up later on. Otherwise, I'll see you for the open later on tomorrow. Thanks for watching.